Hello my friends, and welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today it is driveway demo drainage day. This is going to be a multi-day project, and so we have got all the equipment gathered here. I've got Jerry and Jackson. I am going to be playing the supporting role, the commentator, the advisor as we go through this project today. Like I said, this is going to be a multi-day project, and so in this video, you're going to go with us through a couple of days. So today is day one. It is the beginning of the project. What we are doing, of course, is we are redesigning our front yard landscape directly around the house. But before we can actually get into the landscaping, we have got to get into the nitty-gritty of fixing our water issue, because nothing is flat here at Creekside. Everything is on a slope. We constantly are dealing with water and trying to tell water where we would like it to go. Not that it always goes that way, but we do our best to direct that water. The water on the driveway has been a problem for years. 3 years ago, I just looked back, it was December of 22 where we completely destroyed this part of the driveway, all of this area up through, you can see that little divot right there, there's a drain box there. So we came through, completely destroyed the area, put a French drain in. Jerry just found those grates. So you have got a grate here, so you can see it right here, and then there is another one right over here. So there's a grate right there. You will notice that the gravel is very red. When we did that work 3 years ago, obviously we used pure washed stone, but when we did this whole entire terrace garden construction project, dirt got moved. I mean, it was a mess. So those French drain covers have gotten kind of clogged up because of the amount of soil, the red clay, our natural soil, that has kind of clogged it up. So it will drain, but it doesn't drain as well as it did when we first installed it. So we're going to be fixing that. Also, we're doing a ton of grading. So mainly today, that is what we're going to be doing. Jerry and Jackson are going to be doing with all the machinery, is they're going to be doing a lot of grading. And because we obviously want this to be the highest point and have a nice fall as we go all the way kind of to where the grass is, because that is where we're going to be putting in more catch basins, more drainage pipe, all the drainage to get the water out. Site 1 is coming and delivering a bunch of the supplies that we need today, sometime later on this afternoon. So we'll show you all the supplies that are going to be coming. But basically today is machinery day. It is machinery day of moving gravel. Jackson has gotten the work truck because we do have a ton of gravel that needs to be moved so that we can regrade. However, it is great gravel. And if you've ever bought gravel, you know that gravel is not cheap. So we're not gonna waste this gravel. So as Jerry gets it and gets it all kind of scooped up, he is going to dump it into the work truck, and then Jackson's gonna drive it around to the back here, and we're going to save it. So we're just going to pile it up, and then as we need it, either for this project or for other projects, we can grab it. So waste not, want not. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So right now, like I said, the name of the game is the gravel, because we have got to completely regrade. So basically where the truck is, that needs to have more of a slope this way. So we need to have everything sloping this direction and down this direction. And so that is what we're going to do today on day one. All right, my friends, so the fellas are working on getting the grade right from basically the top of the driveway bed right here. They are using Jackson's in the excavator, and then Jerry has the level. So they're using the little automatic leveler, so they know that this is the high point, so this is what shoots the laser, and then they are making their way down to the box that is right at the edge of the driveway and the grass. So I believe the plan is basically to go down an inch every 10 feet, and they kind of started here at this box and getting that grade to come down and going into, like I said, that box that's down there along the edge of the grass. So there was a good hump right here, so they had to take that hump out, and then Jackson's in just now going into the middle of the other hump down there. So as long as they're in gravel, what they're doing is just kind of putting the gravel off to the side. But once they get into the red clay, the native soil, then that's when they put it into the back of the dump truck. So Jerry just told him that they're high, so he knows down to go down a little bit more. So they're just having to work together back and forth on communication. So this is a great test for communication skills between father and 15-year-old son. Right? Right?
Do it, yeah.
Yes. He said yes. Just agree with your wife.
Sure.
Sure, he says. So that is the plan. I'll show you where we're going.
No. That's correct. I said that's correct. We're just high over here.
So where they're going to is down here to this box that is right here at the driveway. So they're getting all of this, and they're going to go to this point right here and get it graded, and then from there we'll go from here out around the Daylilies, somewhere out in that direction. So the fun continues. All right, my friends, so our friends at Site 1 have brought our supplies so we can take a look. You can see the pipes and everything that are going to be going into this project of trying to remove the water from the driveway as quickly and as efficiently as we possibly can. So first of all, we haven't, well, let's see. Okay, friends at Site 1, thank you so much for bringing this out. It was fantastic. So we have all of this pipe is the 6-inch pipe that we're going to be putting in the driveway. So it's a double walled, and then it looks like it's corrugated on the outside, but on the inside it is slick. So it is a slick pipe, but it's that double walled, so it's nice and strong. And so this is what's going into that trench that Jackson and Jerry have been working on, getting that level, that grade going right. And so that's what all that pipe is for. And then we have got the boxes. So these are nice big boxes that are going to go, these are the driveway, I don't know if these are the driveway ones or not. I know the ones in the driveway are going to have the metal grates, so I'm not exactly sure if these are going to go in the driveway at a certain spot or if they are going to go be the ones that are going to go into the grass. So Jerry, are these going to go into the driveway or the grass?
Driveway. Kind of where the old one was and then the other one.
But they're going to have the metal grate?
Eventually, yes. They didn't have them.
But you're going to have the boxes the same, it's just going to have a metal grate. Okay. So these boxes are going to go into the driveway, but right now you can see that we have the plastic grate. Brock is working on getting us the metal grates for these, so that way you can drive over them, you don't have to worry about cracking them. So that's what the deal is with that. Now, this fun, funky pipe right here is one that we have not really talked about today because we're not concerned about that part of the project today. So what this is basically a pre-made French drain. So this is the corrugated pipe. This is the 4-inch pipe. And so So it's the 4-inch corrugated pipe that is perforated, and you basically have this big like hose around it that has these, they're like styrofoam packing peanuts in a way, for lack of a better word. I'm sure they're way more technical than that, but this is that pre-made French drain. So we are going to be using these along the side of the driveway where the grass is. So where I have my shade garden alongside the house and the driveway, remember all that grass is going to be gone, but water does collect there, and we will make sure that it doesn't stand there. So we're going to put this in that space to act like a French drain. Let me show you. So this is where I'm talking about. Basically, I think what we're going to do is kind of put it a little bit like where the edge of between where the grass and the bed is now, because that tends to be a low spot. Yes, we're going to be filling this in, but naturally that tends to be where the water collects right now. Remember, all of this grass is going to be gone, and it's going to be a flower bed. So we just want to make sure that we don't have water sitting in here. So those pre-made French pipes, French drains, will come through here, and then will connect, because we're going to have to get this downspout. It's going to be connected. So those, I'm assuming, will put a Y together, and then they're going to go across the driveway and connect into that box, all that pipe that Jackson is getting ready to hit right now. So that is kind of the idea. So it's nice to have the supplies here, and now we just kind of continue on with the grading. So once they get the grading correct, then that's when they can go get the Bobcat with the trencher and start trenching the line. So it just continues. Sorry, we're going to excavate the line. We are not trenching the line because that makes too much mess. It's not going to be big enough. The reason that they're not going to be using the trencher, they're going to be using the one or the two? The two foot. Y'all, this is real time filming right here. So real time information. I feel like a newscaster on a breaking news. So they're not going to use the trencher because it's not wide enough. They're not going to be using the 1-foot bucket on the excavator because it is not wide enough. They're going to be using the 2-foot bucket on the excavator because that will give them plenty of room to wiggle it in there. So once they get this portion done, then the buckets are down here. So Jackson, they'll switch out the buckets from the grading bucket to the 2-foot bucket, dig it out, and then we can start doing the lines. We'll see how far we get today. All right, my friends, I am going to wrap up here on day 1. Jerry is trenching the line with the excavator. Let me flip it around and show it to you. It looks like we have a big giant gopher going in our driveway. So using that bucket to get that lovely red clay out, and you can see the pipe. So the old corrugated pipe is right here. So we're kind of following in those same lines as that at this point. So he is getting that out, of course, putting it into the dump truck, and then Jackson's driving it off to the part of the property where we're storing up some of this extra soil that we may need for other projects at a different time. But almost to that next and last box, it's probably 20 feet behind him. Knowing him, he's going to try to go ahead and get that done today, but this is what it looks like so far. Went ahead and placed 2 of those catch basins in here just to kind of get an idea of kind of where everybody is, making sure that the grade is correct, all of those good things right there. So it's easy to, well, I say easy, tomorrow it'll be easy to put those 6-inch pipes in. We got a little bit of a curve right here, so hopefully we'll have enough flex in the pipe that we can do that. Of course, they will make sure that they will get all of the grade correct so that we have a nice gentle slope all the way back there to the back. But like I said, I am going to go ahead and call it a day today because we're having roasted chicken for supper, and I gotta get the chicken, I gotta get the bird in the oven, y'all. So what we'll do is we will meet you back here bright and early tomorrow and finish up, hopefully, this part of the project. Good morning, y'all. So here we are, beginning day 2. Yeah, so some progress has been made. Let's walk through what has been done since I saw you yesterday, and then kind of give you the goals for today. Jerry has gone up. We had a shrub delivery, so he has gone to go take care of that, but he was out here first thing this morning because it is going to be a sunny, warm day here in August, so we're trying to work as much as we can while in the cool of the day. So yesterday, they got the boxes set in. So these are, I want to say 18-inch boxes. I'll have to look and make sure, but yeah, pretty sure, yeah, 18-inch box. So this is that catch basin. Of course, at the end, once everything is said and done, we will have gravel all the way up here, and then we'll have a metal grate on the top. So that way, because it's going to get driven over, right? So the cars and whatever are going to drive over it. So that metal grate's a little bit stronger than the plastic top. So, but you will see that grate. So got ahead and got that double walled slick pipe, 6 inches. It is connected. And then Jerry and I this morning were trying to make sure, get it shored up underneath, and then kind of pushing back just to kind of make sure that everything is kind of held in place right here. So we have got that is all taken care of. Yesterday he found the irrigation line, and you notice that it has a loop, so it is pulled, and that comes somewhere up here, but we were not able to find as of this moment where that head is. So this could be a potential have to fix this. We will figure that out. Here's Jerry. So then the second catch basin is in, and it may look, as far as deceiving, that to me at least it does, it looks like this guy is higher than that guy, but it's not. We put the laser level on there, and the box up here, the catch basin up here, is higher than here, and we have a nice slope. So we've got a great slope going on here, so all is well there. And then he has got, since I was in getting ready, he went ahead and got more of the pipe already laid down. So it looks like he is just laying that down all the way. And so there's also the truck. Looks like it's having some issues. Hopefully he does not rip off our gate. Okay, he's gone. I think we're good. So getting this in, and y'all can see, yeah, there's our native red soil. Great red clay soil. And so when Jerry is pulling it up, because obviously it's been very compacted here on the driveway, you can see, y'all, those are not rocks. That's not concrete. That is just pure red clay. So this is what we get to deal with in projects like this, and also when we're planting, why we love our power planter augers so much. So coming on down, just we'll make sure, of course, as we go that the grade is right. And then coming down here, and he's gone ahead and pulled up the box that was here. You can see what's left of it. So he got that pulled up, so then that other catch basin is going to go here. This catch basin will also, today at some point, the plan is that we're going to, I don't think we're going to try to install the French drain here, but while we're making a mess, we're going to go ahead and go ahead and trench the line, at least from the driveway across, and get the pipe in. So while we're digging up and making the driveway an absolute mess, we're not going to cut through the, obviously cut through the concrete, but we'll come somewhere in here and tee in to this so that that French drain and then the downspout will all come into here. So we're just going to tear the driveway up one time, and so hopefully by the end of the day we will be able to get the driveway put back together. So from this point, we will have to figure out our trajectory, but basically it's going to go mostly through the driveway right through here, and then we're going to come down here to where the daylilies are, and more than likely we'll have to dig up some of the daylilies because we don't want to do like big curves. We want to go as straight of the shot as we possibly can. So we're thinking that it's going to go kind of through here some way. So what we can do is dig up whatever daylilies we need to dig up, put them off to the side. That's a great thing about having the excavator. We can dig through here. We've got some plans as far as like redesigning this bed. And of course we've got the lantanas right here. And then we've got a hardy hibiscus that Jerry started from seed years ago. So we're fine because we have, like I said, we have plans of redesigning this bed. So we're fine with losing those. The one thing that I am concerned about are our Perfecto Mundo double white azaleas, because they go around here. So if we have to, because more than likely, even if we don't trench through where the azaleas are, it could be that the tracks of the machine kind of go in the way. So I would prefer us not to have to dig up the azaleas, but that is a possibility. Again, they were planted in early spring, so with the excavator, Jerry can get a huge root ball and maybe they won't notice that they've been moved. We'll see. So, and then that pipe will dump out somewhere just beyond here in the grass, and so that way there's plenty of slope, so we can just kind of, it can go out and do its thing way down there and find its way through the grass. So that is kind of the plan for today, and we shall see how everything goes. Like I said, it's supposed to be a sunny day and a little warm, not anything crazy, but yeah, so we're gonna be getting dirty. We were already literally in the trenches this morning, so we're just down in the trenches, getting the project done, and here we go. My friends, we are making some progress. It's a little bit slow progress today, but that's all right. We are intentionally just not killing ourselves. You know, why do that? So let me give you an update on what we have done and then what is to come. So Jerry got, of course, we got all these boxes are set, right? Got those back in, filled in with some of the soil that was there and then the rocks. Obviously, we're not done. You know, the final grading has not been done, but everything is secure. We got this in so that the boxes are not going to move, the pipes are not going to move, so all of that is good. So what kind of slowed us down just a smidge is that yesterday when Site 1 came, they only had 2 of these 18-inch boxes in stock, and so we need, of course, that third one down here. And so we really couldn't go any further until we got that other 18-inch box. So what we did is we had one up at near production. We need to get a bigger one for that one because the way the water runs, even the 18-inch one isn't big enough for that spot. And Jerry and Jackson had put that in, I mean, it's been this year at some point. I don't remember now exactly when it was. And so we went up and took that box out and brought it down here. So basically we're robbing Peter to pay Paul, but it all works out. And so there you go. So you can see it's probably way up there. So that's what Jerry's doing down here because we couldn't, you know, cover this pipe because we need to make sure that the grade was right. So that other box is going to go somewhere in this vicinity. I think the other one was like right in here somewhere. So it's gonna go somewhere in here. He found one of the irrigation sprinkler heads. We think that is fine. It just kind of pulled it out, but he did find somewhere down through here irrigation line that was not a fun one to find, so we got to repair that. But you know, such is life when we're, oh yeah, I see, we got a PVC pipe over here in the grass. So not sure exactly where that break was, but he found it, and so there you go. So oh, I see now. There it is. It's shining and talking to me. So there it is. So we'll have to connect once the pipe goes in, reconnect that because obviously the other end is somewhere over there. So what he's doing is working his way towards the daylilies and going in that direction. So of course all of that double-walled slick 6-inch pipe will go in there all the way down. We are not going to connect though right yet. We may put another piece of pipe in. I'm not sure exactly how where the distance is, but we have another piece of pipe ready to go into the hole. However, we're going to have to put a little pin in moving forward as far as laying down more pipe, because this is the spot where we're going to tee in from the house. So the downspout and the French drain that we're going to be putting in the grass is going to come across the driveway and tee in to, oh, speaking of the devil, there's Brock himself. I was going to say, Brock's coming and bringing us more fittings, and he, like, there he is right there. So there you go. And Brenda's going to get him. Come on, B. So he's got exactly what we need. So what we're going to do is Miss B and I are going to go inside. Come on. Because I actually have an appointment that come on, go. She loves her mama. She's very protective. Anyway, so I have an appointment in town that I have got to go to. So I have to go get a shower because, And so I am going to leave, let the boys and work on this. Jackson's coming out to help Jerry. They're going to get the dump truck and put all, because we have a ton of that soil that's going to get pulled out, but we need it to put it back into the hole. So the boys are going to work while I'm gone, and then once I come back, I'll give you an update. So I get to go in and get a shower and get clean, and they keep working out in the hot August sun. Works for me. All right, my friends, so I am back from my appointment. It's about, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and whoo, lousy. Yeah, we have got a trench going on. Jerry said he is done for the day. He has literally been out here all day doing this, and he is done. So let me just show you a quick little recap of what he has done today, and then I guess I will see you back here tomorrow morning. So the trench continues all the way through. Brock did come, as you saw, and so we have that, sorry for my shadow, let's see if we can fix that. All right, so down there in the hole, I'm not gonna be able to get down into the hole, but if you can see, we have that T. So it's a 2 6-inches, and then I believe that's a 4 inch is what we need to happen. So here goes the trench. And of course, as we go through, it gets deeper. Jerry said it's not gonna have to be this deep, so I think they're gonna be able to put some soil back in here. but it is an absolute torn up mess through here. So there you go. Don't ever have to worry about hitting those lines going down. And then he took out the corner of the flower bed. So took out some of those lantanas, which is perfectly fine. A couple of the azaleas, he ran over one, but we can replace that. And yep, there you go. So oh my word. And so then we're going to dump out there into the field. So yeah, we will be back at it early tomorrow morning. It's because I think it's supposed to be just as warm and sunny tomorrow as it is today. So that is the update for today, progress that has been made. And yeah, I'll see you in the morning. Y'all have a good night. Bye. Good morning, friends. We are on day 3 of the driveway project. This is the project that never ends, I tell you what. So the fellas have been out here early this morning. It is just now 9 o'clock, and they are making some good progress. So let me show you what they've done this morning. So Jackson has the tamp. So if you hear that noise in the background, he has the tamp trying to go back and forth on the where the ditch is, right? And so that way we don't have this massive huge gully. We're gonna have a swell anyway naturally so that the water goes into the drains, but he's just trying to make sure that it's not some massive nastiness. And then Jerry's the one bringing back the gravel. Berto's been down here ever since this morning helping Jerry put the rest of the pipes in, and so there you go, just back and forth. So this morning, Jerry and Berto, they got the trencher on the small Bobcat and did not use the excavator because it was just going to make too big of a hole. So you can see Berto is getting the 4-inch corrugated pipe and going to get that connected, and then that's going to come across and then have the extra pipe sticking up. I don't think that they are, oh my gosh, so loud. I don't know that they are going to put in the French drain today. They may, I don't know. It's early, and the good thing about that side where the French drain is going to go into is it's in the shade. So I just kind of wanted to give you an update on what things are doing. Let me give you, because they did get the pipe in up here. You can remember from yesterday how it was a hot mess. Of course, all of our cars are having to be parked like out in the field because obviously we can't drive our cars across this ditch. And so it's been a fun experience. So they've got it in, and then they'll have to come back more and clearly fill in more. But it's in, and they know that it's, quote, at grade. Oh, okay, all the equipment stopped. Oh, that was lovely. So yeah, so coming through here, you can see, yeah, obviously this bed's gonna do a redesign, yeah? And so coming through here, when people question if we really have red clay, yeah, we really do. And so then it comes, and I can see it right here. Obviously, y'all, they're gonna do something else. They're not gonna leave it like this. So just know that it does come out past the bed. How they're gonna go through the past, I don't know. So we'll figure that out. I'll talk to Jerry and we'll get a game plan together, get to see what's inside his brain. So that's what's going on day 3 in the morning. All right, my friends, this project is in its final stages here on day 3. Whew, this has been a humdinger of a project, let me tell you. I think we're all gonna be glad to see this one be finished. We still have one other piece to do, but we're not doing that for right now. So let me show you how everything looks as the rain begins to fall. So the driveway has been put back together. Jerry is putting the final touches on that gravel. No more ditches, no more red clay. The boxes have been sufficiently shored up, and so you can't even tell them right now. I am pretty sure that we are going to go with those metal grates. It's really easy, they just screw in, so no problem. What we probably need to do is, because like FedEx just came and of course you can't see them, so I think we're going to go get some of the orange cones and put them. So you've got one here, and then the other one is just right there at the edge of the driveway. So everything is put back together, so it's okay if the rains come in about 10 minutes because they have one more project that they're working on right here, repair the irrigation lines. Just got the downspout is all connected. So as I showed you, they had trenched across here, tied in to the 6-inch pipe. So that is in, it's a 4-inch pipe that goes across. And then I did take a little video so you can see what it looks like underground. But basically, the 4-inch pipe comes straight here, tees into the pipe that's already existing that takes down this downspout that's way back against the garage. So that pipe comes through, so that's teed in, and then got this downspout. So it is nice and deep and buried, comes across, and there you go. Reason we have a pipe sticking up here, there is another tee here. This is the one that's going to go into the French drain. So there's going to be that French drain that runs here in the grass to collect any water that stands. So all of this is taken care of. Again, like I said, here comes the rain. Jackson and I had to make a run to Lowe's to get some things, and we got into some big rain, and so it's either coming or something's coming. So what we're doing is getting, this is the irrigation line, and all we have to do is get this pipe extended and tee in. So we had to go get some couplers. So we got a coupler for here, and then tee into that, and then we can bury this and we will be done. So there you go, my friends. This project is sufficiently marked off the list for right now because yes, the rains are coming. We will do, Jerry and I are going out of town. Our 25th wedding anniversary was like 2 days after the signature experience. So we are headed out west for our 25th wedding anniversary trip. And so we are very excited about this. So glad to have this wrapped up, buttoned up before we head out of town. So once we get back in town, then we will take care of the French drain. So lots of parts are moving. The project is moving forward. So there you go. It has been, like I said, it's been a good project, but it's been a long project and tedious project. So we are glad that it is over. And I'm kind of hoping, I don't want rain to come, but in a way I'm kind of am to see how well the drains work. I know that's kind of silly. But anyway, if you have found this fun, informative, inspirational, we would love it if you would like and subscribe to Gardening with Creekside. That way you don't miss those 5 videos. Yeah, and we will continue on with this project of the redesigning our front yard landscape and including the drainage work. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.